Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger figure from Hasbro. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks great, and as many of you know, we have seen this buck many times before, not just with the Remastered line, but we originally saw this as part of the Swap 2-pack that was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive on the Yellow Ranger there, and yeah, it's a very good buck, and it definitely works. Proportions are definitely very nice. The arms actually lay flat at the sides, so that's wonderful. And then we get this really nice deep blue that is very consistent throughout, as you can see. Even the paint and the plastic, so wonderful job there. Then we get the updated belts here, so we get those kind of the black lines that kind of define the belt, which is very, very nice. The Morpher itself is a little more cartoonish in terms of the presentation of the coin, but again, it reads from a distance. It doesn't need to be the like sculpted deal they were trying before, because it just kind of gets a little muddy. So I definitely respect that. It would have been nice if they had colored the bottom of the boots, but I mean, that's easily done with a Gundam marker if that's what you're going for. Probably what I'll end up doing with this line, this kind of group as well. And then finally we get to that helmet, and this is the redone one that we saw initially on the Metallic Rangers. Oh, is that a little spot on the helmet? Oh, that sucks. I didn't notice that until just now. Yeah, so that little blemish is definitely not something I'm a fan of, but everything else looks great. I mean, you can see the nice gloss in that visor. The really nice bright silver for the mouth. The proportions are obviously right. We've seen this helmet before. And clean paint all around except for that one spot, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But other than that, just, yeah, good looking figure. We get a great loadout of accessories here, so let's not waste any time. And so starting with hands right out of the box, we do get our grips that we've been seeing since the beginning, but this time we do get that vertical hinge. Absolutely love that touch. Then we get a pair of fists. Then finally, we get a left kind of chopping / cupping hand for the Morpher, I believe. And then we get a right Morpher holding hand. Or posed hand, depending on how you want to use it. So that's very cool. Then of course we get the helmet, which actually isn't on it in the box, but I display all my Rangers with the helmets, so. So there's that. We do get an unmasked Billy head, and very nice likeness, a little bit cartoonish, a little airbrushed looking, but that's fine. You know, it definitely serves the purpose. It reads as Billy, it's just a little more comic bookish, I guess. And we also get his glasses separately, which is kind of a cool touch. Great translucency in those glasses as well. Get this nice silver tone to the metal piece. And you can actually see there is molding here in the hair sculpt to allow these to go on. And it's probably going to sit perfectly as I do this on camera. But you can see how it kind of goes in there. And like once these are on, they are on. Oh, there we go. And yeah, so fantastic work. Well, probably one of the like shining examples of this subline of the Lightning Collection. So yeah, great work there. Then we get, speaking of his Morpher, we do get the separate Morpher with a little bit of the opening there. And you know, you can see the coin, again, pardon the lack of detail going on here. But so you got that, you know, you get the gold in the coin, you get the red and the black. So some nice points of detail going on there, and then we get the handle there for the hand. Then we get a couple of effects pieces that they all get. So we get this like swoosh piece, 2 of these swoosh pieces to put around them. So kind of like when they are morphing, really cool effect. Then we get 3 different versions of the Blade Blaster. So of course we get Blaster mode, we get Blade mode, and finally, we actually get Sheaths mode, which is excellent that we're getting this with all of these. And some nice paint here too. You can actually see that nice line of silver there in the barrel piece of it. So excellent work there. Then we actually get more of his signature weapons that we get with the other Rangers. So we do get the separated staff. So with the gold coin and the silver paint there. And then we do get the completed staff. So same details, just all together. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance are very nice and very much in line with what we've seen, of course, because we've seen this mold before, this buck. And yeah, so freestanding kicks. Then getting into the finer points, we start with my least favorite part, which is actually the new head articulation. So we do get the barbell, kind of a barbell coming from the neck into the head. but we do get more range here. I did warm this up a lot before, but the variance between the different figures is definitely pretty high, but we do actually get some up here, not so much down, especially where that's neutral. The neck doesn't do too much, and the peg in there just doesn't move. So there's that. We do get rotation. We do get very nice butterfly joints. We come to hinge and swivel here at the shoulder. We get our perfect T. We do get bicep swivel to get double jointed elbows going all the way, or pretty much. We're actually going to run to that cuff a little bit. Then we do get hinge and swivel at the wrist, vertical for the grips, and then horizontal for just about everything else. Then we get our ball joint. I don't know why I have this in here. We get our ball joint here at the diaphragm. We get the standard ab crunch here. So we get a little bit of kick forward, and then we get all the kick forward. So really like that combination. Fantastic arch back as well. We get some nice side to side there and rotation. Then come down to the hips, and we got our drop downs, which allows us to come out. And again, I just don't know how they have done without the drop downs and gotten complete splits with Time Force Red. And hey, they don't get it here. So it's, again, kind of a weird sticking point for me. But and then we get our full 90 forward. We do get our thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bringing us to there. We get boot cut. We get very, very nice point, pretty much perfect. We get some very natural forward and some excellent rucker. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other Lightning collection. With some other domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally with Articulate Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger figure from Hasbro is that this is a really good figure. As I've been saying, I've definitely liked the remastered figures. I kind of gave them a pass on the first go and definitely regret that. I'm trying to get all of them as we speak. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of really good improvements. I still don't like the head articulation, but I think it's definitely functional, especially if you heat it up. You can definitely mod it, and I'll absolutely be doing that. And I kind of hope that both the Lightning Collection comes back and it shows some improvements and it kind of learns from what it's got going on now. But overall, definitely recommend it if you are collecting Lightning Collection, if you just like Power Rangers, or you are a Billy fan in particular. So this is available from a few different online resources. Not all of this subline is easy to find, but this one is, I think, showing up in a few places. So I'll have a link or two in the description below if you are so interested. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if so, I hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's talk some just beautiful plastic and escape this world for a little bit. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. Hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.